Auburn Blitz is now on the air, your daily look into what's happening in Auburn athletics. With your host, Andy Graham, Brett Pritchard, Randy Lee, War Eagle.
Hello again, everyone, and good Thursday afternoon. Welcome into this, another edition of the Auburn Blitz. I am Andy Graham alongside David Jones. We'll be with you for the next hour, taking your comments, taking your phone calls, talking about everything going on in the world of Auburn athletics. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us each and every day. We're with you Monday through Friday, 12 to 1, right here on WOTM or WAXC TV. You can also dial us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page, Sports with a Z, and comment away. We'd love to interact with you in some way. Love to talk about some Auburn sports with you. So 256-234-6221 is our number here. Or again, you can look us up on the Facebook page as well. A lot to talk about today. Auburn, unfortunately, eliminated from the SEC tournament yesterday, 1-0, kind of a I don't know what else, really. I mean, Maddie Penta pitched about as well as she could pitch. Only gave up 3 hits. She ended up giving up 1 run, 1 earned run. But, Auburn just unable to get a run across. Sometimes that happens. You run into a buzzsaw in softball. You run into a great pitcher, a great pitching performance, and, you're out of the tournament. So Auburn looking forward to the regional. They'll find out where they're going. A lot of times you see, especially in softball, they try to pick regional places where they know that there'll be a pretty well-attended crowd. Auburn, they'll certainly do that. I don't know if they'll be hosting. They could host as a 2 seed. They wouldn't necessarily have to be the number 1 seed, but we'll see what happens with that. But 5-star small forward Julian Phillips set to make his announcement today. Where he will end up, that will be on CBS Sports HQ at 2 o'clock. So we're going to lead right into that announcement.
Yeah.
Here, it appears,
what's the word?
It appears Auburn, Tennessee in the G League. But I, as far as the people I've been talking to, they say literally nobody knows what he's going to do. It might, you talk to some people that say Auburn, talk to some people they say Tennessee, talk to some people that say, man, he may end up, it may be the G League, over college. But we'll see what happens. I don't know if you got any opinion about that. If you're leaning one way or the other, it's not going to be devastating one way or the other for Auburn. They've already got a phenomenal class. But if he were to commit, if he were to sign with Auburn, it would be literally the best recruiting class in the history of Auburn basketball.
Yeah, that's true. So it's funny, you said it wouldn't be devastating if he didn't, but if he does, we're exhilarated. I mean, it's an unbelievable class.
Oh, no question.
And so, I made the statement last year, Bruce's number 1 coaching job last year was going to be keeping everybody happy. Because
Right.
there was so much talent on the roster. That wasn't a problem because the team chemistry was just so good. And that's a credit to the coaching staff and to the quality and the character of these kids. So, but I mean, we're back at it again, plugging all these pieces in. But Bruce, the great thing about Bruce Pearl, and the players will tell you this, Bruce Pearl is brutally honest with these guys when they sign on. And so they know what they're getting into from the jump. So, and I think a lot of players appreciate that. So, as to, some coaches blowing smoke up their skirts and telling them, Bruce doesn't do that. He's brutally honest with these kids. So, we'll be watching closely at 2 o'clock, see how that turns out. What an incredible class if he does come on board.
Absolutely. And if you got any thoughts about that, or if you got any inside information, pass that along. Dial us up on the Sports Blitz Facebook page, Sports with a Z, comment away, or give us a call, 256-234-6221. Talked about this a little bit yesterday. about this new segment they're doing, talking about a talent tracker. We looked at this. Randy and I did several, or last week, I think, maybe the week before, talking about the average, what's the average roster in the SEC? Where does Auburn compare with their contemporaries, with their with the teams that they're going to have to be playing against? Well, 24/7 Sports kind of went back for the last 4 recruiting cycles and kind of averaged out the classes and kind of put them in order. And it's, I don't think it's surprising to anybody. And you look at them and you see where these teams are finishing. You see what the rosters look like. It pretty much falls in line and makes perfect sense. So we'll look at some of that today. We'll kind of break that down a little bit. The women's golf team, they had a terrible first day at that regional. I think we were talking about that Monday. What's is that still going on? They had a terrible day Monday, go out and but after following that bad first day, they make a furious comeback and have a phenomenal couple of days, end up third at the regional. So they are moving on to the next round at the NCAAs. We'll kind of break that down a little bit. So congratulations to the women's golf program, Auburn Women's Golf, as they look poised to be maybe, make some noise moving forward.
Furious is an understatement.
Yeah.
Furious comeback.
Well, I think the first day they shot like plus 25, and then the next day they shot like minus 12. So you want to talk about a turnaround.
Right.
That's of epic proportion.
I want to congratulate my lifelong friend Mike Dunn and his wife, Kathy O'Berry. Kathy's daughter, Michael O'Berry, is on the team and had a great round yesterday. And I've been following her through him on Facebook. And that's why I asked. I didn't know if they were still – obviously they're still playing, and looks like it's going to be hopefully a banner year for Auburn women's golf as well. But I know we'll talk more in depth later about the particulars of that comeback, but incredible what they did yesterday.
As everyone knows, my co-host David's a man of many parts. He's not only coach, he's not only Auburn supporter, but he's a musician as well.
Yes.
Got a gig tonight, from what I understand.
Yes, I'd like to invite everybody out to the Square in Dadeville, Alabama. Zazu's Veranda. It's a venue there on the Square in Dadeville, 6:30 to 8:30 tonight. You bring your lawn chair, sit outside, and I'll be playing and singing some jazz and soul music from 6:30 to 8:30.
Jazz/soul.
Yeah, jazz and soul.
Okay.
Tonight I'm unveiling I'm going to do Eddie Floyd's Knock on Wood.
Ah, nice.
I'm going to do Engelbert Humperdinck, After the Lovin'.
Okay.
We're going to swoon them. I'm going to do some Steely Dan tonight.
Okay.
Some originals.
Hey, you had me at Engelbert Humperdinck.
Oh, man. That song, that's one of the greatest love songs ever written. And I've been practicing that one. I'm going to unveil it tonight. Play a little flugelhorn, sing a little bit, do my little Engelbert Humperdinck impression, minus the hip shake and all that, the extracurricular thing. But, 6:30 tonight on the Dadeville Square. Y'all come out. It'll be a lot of fun. The tip bucket will be wide open for your donations as well.
Okay.
Since this is a free gig. So.
Yeah, okay. A free gig. I see.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
So, anyway, y'all come out. Be a lot of fun.
Tonight. What time?
6:30.
6:30.
Yeah.
Going back, Auburn falls to Missouri 1-0. Matty Penta goes 6 innings, gives up 3 hits, 1 run, strikes out 11. This is that kind of game. If you're Auburn, you got to find some way to scratch a run across.
Did you watch the game, Andy?
I didn't get a chance to watch. I saw the very tail end of it.
I watched it from the 3rd inning on. And I think that's one of the most frustrating hour and a half I've spent watching sport. I just not being able to get anything going. I mean, but my credit to that Missouri pitcher.
Oh, absolutely.
Jordan
Weber, Jr.
And when you have in softball, some games like that, You get one run and a pitcher's on fire like that, that's enough. And that was unfortunately the case yesterday.
Well, you better get ready because you're going to see the ace of a lot of teams. As you move forward in the playoffs, it's going to be it's going to be difficult. You gotta play station to station. You got to get them on, get them over, get them in. You got to do whatever. You got to do all these different things that coaches talk about. Find a way to get that run across, and you see Penta's good enough.
Yeah,
if she's on,
that
she's gonna give you a great chance to win the game if you just do your part as an offense. And that was the problem last year with Auburn. They couldn't score runs. That changed dramatically this year as they started hitting the ball out of the ballpark, started knocking it around.
That's what was so frustrating because we have hit the ball this year, and Penta had she only gave up 3 hits. She did walk 6. I don't know if the walk resulted in their run. I'm not sure of that. No, it was an earned run, so no.
Yeah.
But I thought it was double elimination, Andy. Is it always single elimination in the tournament?
I think so.
Okay. Because I'm sitting there wondering, well, we're still alive. We got another chance, and then you busted my bubble on that.
Nah,
But regionals upcoming. But that's true, Andy. As well as Auburn softball has hit the ball this year, I'm sitting there 3rd, 4th, 5th inning. I'm thinking, it's okay. We'll get 2 runs one way or the other, and just couldn't get anything going.
Yeah. So, gave it a ride a couple of times, and but really never able to get that one hit or get anybody in scoring position where you had a chance there late. But
and Penta pitched out of a bases loaded at one point as well. They were about to break the thing open, and she pitched out of that. So, just unfortunate.
Yeah, it is. But again, Auburn sitting, 39-15 overall. They will make a regional. Where that will be, we'll wait and find out. But we'll see what Missouri can do. Missouri looking for a little revenge against Alabama today. Yeah. They lost 2 of 3, but they were right there. So in I think one of the final series of the year, that game going to be at 1:30 this afternoon. So interesting times. Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after these messages.
Hi, this is Brian Bice with Bice Motors. With our all-star lineup of Dodge trucks, Jeep, SUVs, and Chrysler cars, we offer the area a team dedicated to making your next vehicle purchase a positive experience. Our sales team offers competitive pricing, and we back up all sales with a service department second to none. Bice Motors also offers the area's best selection of pre-owned vehicles. Visit Bice Motors at 2133 Cherokee Road in Alexander City.
Guaranteed lowest price. Buy it at Bice Motors.
Hillaby Towers is an affordable senior citizens community located in Alexander City on Highway 22 East. Spacious 1-bedrooms are available now. Great location, peaceful setting, comfortable living where pets are allowed and utilities are included. Call today to find out more information on Alexander City's best kept secret. 256-329-0552. That's Hillaby Towers in Alexander City.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA Weekly Show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 Preview Show, and Reclassification Reveal Show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Finding a job might be tough, but starting your new career has never been easier. Wellborn Cabinet in Ashland has a wide array of career opportunities with benefits. General labor production, skilled cabinet builders, product assembly line, shipping, over-the-road truck drivers, clerical, marketing, security, daycare, office clerks, and so much more. Apply in person, 38669 Highway 77 South in Ashland, or online at wellborn.com. Building cabinets, building careers, and building our community.
Whether it's Lake Martin, Lay Lake, or Logan Martin, boaters from all over the state of Alabama come to Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama, because it's worth the drive. With the best deals on unbeatable Suzuki outboards, Manitou and Landau Tritoons, and a great pre-owned inventory while they last. Alex City Marine is the pros the locals know. And no matter where you're from, when you're here, you're local to us. Alex City Marine, just off Highway 280 in Alexander City, Alabama. AlexCityMarine.com.
Heritage South Credit Union in Alexander City is your community credit union, and they have been for over 80 years. Heritage South Credit Union proudly serves Tallapoosa, Coosa, Lee, Chambers, Randolph, and Chilton counties. From checking to business accounts, to share savings to club accounts, to their kids club and investments. Visit them online at myhscu.com. Heritage South Credit Union, your community credit union for 80 years. Federally insured by NCUA.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
From the smallest drippy faucet to drain cleaning to water heater replacement to gas lines to total systems replacement, A&M Plumbing handles it all. Visit amplumbing.net today for the experienced, licensed, and insured pros at A&M Plumbing.
A&M Plumbing, A&M Plumbing, service at its best when you need it most.
GMC Sierra 1500 AT4s, all-terrain four-wheel drives, are ready to roll now at Glenn Smith GMC in Opelika and discounted up to $3,800 off. And check out the GMC heavy-duty 2500s and 3500s. GMC Acadia, save up to $4,500 now with 0% financing on most new GMC models.
We have over 200 new and used vehicles on the ground or on the way. Get ready to smile.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 45 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us today. We are brought to you each and every day by Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team. They are saving people thousands of dollars each and every year on their home mortgage. Give them a call today, 256-397-0248. That's 256-397-0248. Mortgage Pro, the Eric McKinley team. This from Justin Hokanson, the Auburn beat writer, senior reporter there. He said, look, I'm just one guy, but making a prediction a few hours before Phillips' decision, he said he's picking Tennessee. He says, as I mentioned in the morning reads, from talking to sources in the last few days, Tennessee's NIL package is more than Auburn's. And even if Auburn raised their NIL package, Tennessee was going to do what it took to stay in front by a large margin in that race. Tennessee is desperate to land Phillips. They are more in need of Phillips than Auburn is next season, and Barnes needs to start making noise in the postseason. I think Phillips will take a more lucrative deal. That's tough to turn down for your family. He says, lost it there, but this is the world we live in now, David.
Translation, Andy, I'll play for y'all because y'all are offering me more money.
If Phillips does indeed choose Auburn at this moment, I'd be surprised, because if he does, it won't be because Auburn put together a more lucrative NIL deal. It would be because he vibes with Auburn better, and that would carry a value to him. But again, I don't believe that will happen as of the time of writing this. So here's where we are. It's a bidding war, right? I thought that was, I thought this was the whole point the NCAA came out with this week and said, we're not supposed to, you're not supposed to tie NIL into recruiting.
So. That's funny.
This is what college athletics has come to now. It's just it's a bit. Now maybe it's always been a bidding war, but it's just above the table instead of below.
Well, absolutely well said, Andy. That's true. It's an above ground bidding war now, whereas before it was under the table, and so there again, what are they going to do? It's out of control. So what are you going to do? But I mean, if we're to the point where kids are going to certain schools simply because of a financial package, one of the things that we pride ourselves on at Auburn, Annie, you and I talked about this during COVID. One of the things that hurt us in recruiting was not getting kids what? On campus. You get a kid on Auburn's campus and see what a special family atmosphere. And, of course, with this new football facility as well, it's going to be unbelievable. Those days are, you could bring a kid in and wow him all you want, and then somebody else comes along and offers him more money the next day, and it's, that was nice, but I'm going here. So that's where we are.
You wonder about escalation, what it's going to come to. There are no lines to cross, so. It's all about, I guess. I mean, who we keep saying this, but who handles this the best, who dives in and becomes, the best facilitator as far as getting these kids what they need, what they want. You saw at Miami, player on the basketball team just, said, if my NIL deal doesn't, if you can't come up with something better than that, I just go in the portal, go somewhere else. To somebody else offering me whatever they want to. So the educational aspect of it is so far gone now. It's not even. I don't think it's even in the picture.
It's not a factor. Somebody said the other day on Sirius XM, this is. Whoever the NCAA brings in to follow Emmert is so important. And then another guy said, it's not going to matter. This thing's so far gone, they're going to have to bring somebody strong in, absolutely. But I don't even know that that's going to help. This thing's so far gone. It's going to take a collective effort of everybody coming together and saying, all right, let's put a stop to some of this, put some guidelines on it. So.
Well,
crazy.
It's just a matter of, I guess you better if it doesn't appeal to your palate, you better just get used to it, because it's not going anywhere. This is the new day, and this is the way. I guess this is the way it's going to work from here on out. Yeah. If you want a player, then you're going to have to ante up to get him.
Yeah.
It is what it is. All right, we'll see what happens. That's a little bit later today. That's 2:00 Central Time. Again, CBS Sports HQ. I don't think that's television. I think that's online. Mm-hmm. So Mr. Phillips will be making his announcement. Again, some people say, feel good about Tennessee. Auburn was the final place that he visited. He does have a great relationship with Auburn. And then there's the G League that it's still out there. All right, let's talk about some talent on these, what Auburn's up against. When you talk about blue chip recruits, you talk about 4- and 5-star guys. And this doesn't factor in the transfer portal quite yet. That's a different aspect that we can, apply to it. Clearly, the transfer portal has hurt Auburn more than it has helped over the last year. But right now, Auburn's sitting basically dead middle of the pack, 7th as far as recruiting is concerned. The previous 4 years, like 15 to 18, Auburn average class was 14th in the country. The last 4 years, 19 to 22, we've slipped to 16th in the country and appear to be headed in the opposite direction.
And for 22, we're 8th in the conference.
We got to take a break, but don't go anywhere. We'll come back. We'll continue these discussions. More to come right after this.
Growing your business isn't just one thing. It's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local Cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, your compact equipment provider.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Frontline Outfitters provides all your aftermarket parts for your cars, trucks, and as well as your professional tinting solutions for auto, residential, and commercial buildings. Frontline Outfitters also handles vinyl wraps, spray-in bed liners, truck accessories, LED lighting, paint correction and detailing, and much more. Make sure Frontline Outfitters of Alexander City is your first call for tinting and aftermarket solutions. Call us today, 256-409-8100.
The interstate is backed up this morning due to an accident.
So you don't like sitting still on the interstate? Get the free Algo traffic app. With Algo, you'll have the information you need to avoid problems on your route, to work, to home, to the beach. Traffic backups, wrecks, lane closures, all with current info and live traffic camera feeds. Know before you go with Algo Traffic, ALGO Traffic from the Alabama Department of Transportation. Get it today and arrive on time.
Lake Martin Garage, located on Highway 280 in Jackson's Gap, has been serving our area since 1993. From routine maintenance such as oil changes, tune-ups, and rotating and balancing your tires, to transmission and engine repair, our trained and certified mechanics will get you back on the road better than before. Need a tow? With a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week towing service, Lake Martin Garage has local and long-range pickup. Trust your vehicle needs to the professionals at Lake Martin Garage. Call 256-825-6139, or better yet, stop in and see them today. Lake Martin Garage.
Russell Building Supply and Home Center is just around the corner in a brand new convenient location with a wide selection of grills, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. The new store offers more home improvement items along with other helpful conveniences like a drive-through lumber yard and our Best Rewards program, making it an ideal destination for do-it-yourselfers and professional contractors. Get ready for game day on the plains by stocking up on all your Auburn tailgating gear at Russell Building Supply and Home Center.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
For more than 40 years, Ingram Equipment Company has helped companies, towns, and cities with their dirtiest, most challenging jobs by providing the very best equipment and by helping them keep in tip-top working condition. IEC represents leading manufacturers such as Heil garbage truck bodies, Timco sweepers, Step pothole patchers, and many more. We proudly support all athletes and teams that compete across the state and wish them good luck this year. Ingram Equipment Company, ingramequipment.net.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. About 30 more minutes left to end today's show. Thank you so much For all of you out there being with us today, we are brought to you each and every day by Big Fish Real Estate. For all your real estate needs here in the Lake Martin area as well as down there on the coast, give them a call today, 551-BIG-FISH, or look them up, bigfishlakemartin.com. David, I think we got a phone call. Hey, caller, you're on the Auburn Blitz.
Hey, guys, it's Luke. How's it going?
All right, Luke, how about you?
Dave, when you go play some Steely Dan tonight, be sure to work Deacon Blues into the rotation, okay?
Don't play that one.
Oh, come on. That's his best hit.
Well, you know, if you study the lyrics and you listen to Becker and Fagan, you know the reference to Alabama Crimson Tide was simply because the syllables fit, and they were using it as the ridiculous expectations that are put on winners, and they needed a name for the nerd losers, so they went with Deacon Blues. But y'all enjoy that one. I'm not playing it.
Don't worry. We'll take it any way we can get it.
I understand.
I play that song all day long.
I do My Old School, and I do Black Cow from Steely Dan.
Well, what I was calling about was, you know, you mentioned getting guys on campus, and you know, when they get on campus, things could change. But, you know, here's the deal. When it comes to basketball, a guy like Julian Phillips is only going to be on campus 6 to 7 to 8 months. So it really shouldn't matter to him what the campus looks like. So if he's going to go get whatever check he can get, as big as it is, and, you know, Auburn was obviously involved trying to create a package themselves to give to him. Tennessee is probably just going to outbid him is what Hokanson makes it sound like, and that's just the way of the world. I'm not a big fan of it either, but it is the way it's going to be. And, you know, the one thing that you threw out there about, you know, it's not much about education anymore, it hadn't been for a while, but one thing I've always believed, and this goes for football, which you have to stay in school 3 years, or basketball even for a small amount or whatever. Take Jabari Smith, for instance. I talked about this on Sports Blitz Tuesday. Jabari Smith was going to be at Auburn as little as possible before he could start training for the NBA. As little as possible. And he had every right to do that because he's a phenomenal player, and he's going to go make a ton of money. So in my opinion, he shouldn't have to take any classes like English or history. He should be given the option to take classes like financial management, public speaking, even coaching basketball, which for most people is a crip course, but I think in his case, he could actually maybe learn some things in terms of, you know, getting ready for his career. Because I think in the end, that's what college is all about, is getting you ready for your career. And his career is going to be in basketball. And just like Julian Phillips will be. And so I'm a big fan of, I hate that a football player has to take all the regular rigmarole in a college course when really they should be taking things that are actually going to help them. Now, if they want to study pre-med, more power to them. But if they know they're going to be a professional football player or a professional basketball player, I feel like they should have the option to take classes that relate to that. And I think then you'll see guys probably willing to go to class a little bit more easily instead of having coaches making sure they go to class, if you know what I mean.
I totally agree, Luke. I think we need to get rid of the basket weaving courses, so to speak, and that's a great idea. Take courses from a business standpoint or from a sports standpoint that would assist these guys that know they're out after a year, and possibly that would spur them on to, like a Tim Hudson, goes out and plays a career, and, you know, his net worth's like $50 million. He comes back to Auburn and gets his degree and is now coaching for free with Auburn, not a non-paid position. So hopefully that would spur them to, one of these days when their career's over, is come back and get that degree.
I agree with you 100%. I think finance and money management and things like that definitely need to be part of it. But let's be perfectly honest here. Yeah, you put a football player in a finance major, that I don't think that's going to work out real well a lot of times.
Yeah.
Well, again, it doesn't have to be. I'm not talking about finance like studying to be a banker. I'm talking about, hey, This is what we're trying to teach you. Don't throw all your money at cars, booze, and women as soon as you get out of here. I mean, I'm talking about very rudimentary stuff that a lot of these guys don't know, because a lot of them come from absolutely nothing, and when you give them a check for X amount of dollars, they're going to shoot it where the sun don't shine immediately.
Yeah, you're talking
I think they need to have very basic classes. I mean, I'm talking about
money management.
Of a Dave Ramsey course.
Yeah. Money management, taking care of your funds, et cetera. Yeah.
Yeah, but a football player's got, like you say, they're going to be there 3 years. You got to stretch that out. They got a lot more that they can take. For that basketball player, you know that they're only going to be there for, 2 semesters.
Yeah, it's a different deal.
Yeah, it's kind of you could approach it a little bit differently, but it's a valid point, and I think at some point, I think the NBA's got to pull that rule and I don't know why you force guys to come to college. It ought to be, if you want to come to college, you ought to be able to go to college. But if you want to go to the NBA, you ought to go to the NBA. The one and done I think it's run its course, and I think we've all realized that it's kind of pointless.
Yeah, I'm tired of the one and done too. It certainly wouldn't make a lot more sense to let guys, like a Jabari Smith, just go straight to the pro. He could have already made probably between $3 and $5 million, and because the NBA has this rule, it costs him. When it comes to NFL, I think it makes a lot more sense to make them sit 3 years, because I mean the vast majority, and probably just about 100%, are not physically ready for the rigors of what the NFL will bring.
It could be dangerous. There are only a few Bo Jacksons or Herschel Walkers out there that could probably handle it, but most couldn't. Luke, we got to run. We got to go to a break. Thank you.
I got it.
Thanks for the call, Luke.
Don't go anywhere. We'll be back with more of the Auburn Blitz right after these messages.
Lake Martin has a new car buying experience. It's the TR Group of Alex City on Cherokee Road. The TR Group has up to 100 late model vehicles to choose from and will not be beat on price, selection, or financing. With the TR Group, your selection and quality is easy and your good credit is rewarded. But we offer guaranteed financing on our inventory because your future is more important than your past. The TR Group, Lake Martin's new standard in auto sales. Located at 814 Cherokee Road, Alex City, USA.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Whether you prefer bricks, clicks, or taps, there's one place built around all your needs. For whatever it is you want to do. Even if your needs change, we'll be right there with you, making it all possible. Because you never know when a new addition will come along. So walk in, log on, or tap away. Either way, Valley's built to help you do you. Wherever life takes you, we'll be right there with you.
Hey guys, this is Nate Paz with Airport Motors.
I'm Connor Branch with Fairway Auto Brokers in Opelika, Alabama.
And this is your first ever Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz.
That's right, Lake Martin. Airport Motors and Fairway Auto Brokers is teaming up for the very first Lake Martin Summer Car Blitz. Make sure to check out either website for the very best selection of pre-owned luxury trucks, SUVs, and sedans in East Alabama. Get pre-approved in minutes online and make sure to use the keyword Summer Blitz in the comments section for $500 off internet price. That's keyword Summer Blitz.
At C&T Electric, our clients are our priority. For the safety and security of your family and home, our technicians are professionally trained, drug tested, background checked, and wear uniforms with name tags. We're proud to have served the Elk City, Dadeville, and Lake Martin areas for the past 10 years. Give us a call at 256-234-0007 for all your electrical service and repair needs, or visit us on the web at www.cntelectricllc.com and spell out the word "and."
Something big is coming. Something so big, it'll change the world of chicken sandwiches. Zaxby's new signature sandwich with Zax sauce or new spicy Zax sauce. Because the chicken sandwich war ain't over yet. The new signature sandwich. All the other little sandwiches can run along. We'll take it from here.
Hey, this is Doug Roberts, long-term resident of Alexander City.
I sold my house with Century 21 Lake Area Realty because all my life I had heard that to sell a house you need 3 things: location, location, location. I found out there's actually 4. You need location, 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 and Rhonda Gaskins at Century 21 Lake Area Realty to sell your house fast.
Call me today and let me go to work for you. 256-749-3644.
Tails are wagging and pets are bragging about Zoom to Groom. Columbus, Phoenix City, and Smith Station. Zoom to Groom comes to you. It's mobile pet grooming from the comfort of your driveway. Schedule your appointment now online at zoomtogroom.net or by phone at 334-740-9909.
Brubaker Motors in Montgomery is the largest and fastest growing used car dealership in the River region. You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker. It's better at Brubaker.com.
Brubaker! Brubaker!
You can absolutely get a better buy at Brubaker.
BREWBAKER. BREWBAKER.com.
It's better at Brubaker.com.
Welcome back, everyone, to the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David here with you. Just about 20 more minutes left in today's show. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. We're brought to you each and every day by Russell Do-It Center. They got 10 locations around Central Alabama for all your building supply, home decor, tools, whatever it might be. Go and check out Russell Do-It Center today. You'll be glad that you did. Ty chimes in. He says he has seen that Auburn is now projected NCAA to host a regional as a number 8 national seed. Auburn, Florida State, Charleston Southern, New Hampshire. Now, this is an early prediction. Obviously, you still got two series still to go, with Alabama coming in this weekend and then on the road at Kentucky to finish things off. But
there are
if Auburn takes
regionals,
care of business,
correct? 16 regionals?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay.
If Auburn takes care of business, they win both of these series, then perhaps that they could end up a national seed and the host a region. That would be wonderful. It's been a while since Auburn's been able to do that. That would definitely, because then it would be nice for Florida State to actually have to come to Auburn, because Auburn, it seems like, always ends up in Tallahassee in a baseball regional.
Andy, if Auburn has a bus chartered for a regional, the bus automatically, GPS is already pointed toward Tallahassee. Let's just be honest, as history would have it. That would be funny for the Seminoles to have.
I'm not sure what kind of season they've had this year. I hadn't paid attention.
I ain't even look.
But I'm guessing they would be the number 2 seed.
Well, I think Mike Martin Jr. is the coach, I think.
He really?
Yeah.
He take over for his dad?
Yeah.
I did not realize that.
I think that's correct. Somebody may correct me on that if I'm wrong. Now, that was the plan all along. But, yeah, I think we'll host a regional.
Should.
I was talking.
If you take care of business.
Yeah, if you take care of business, win 2 of 3 or sweep one or both of those. We can't go be getting swept.
Yeah, you need to go 5. You need to go 5-2 to end the season here in these next 7 games. Auburn is 11-1 in midweek games. The only one loss in Jacksonville State. So they've taken care of that business all year long. They only got one more.
We did this week.
Yeah.
And of course, we play Samford at the Hoover Met next week. Samford just beat Mississippi State in the midweek game this week.
Not to be taken lightly.
No. So, no, that one's not a gimme. So.
All right, just kind of quickly, we'll look at this blue chip recruit. Alabama, number 1, average one. The average class 1.5, 1.5. Georgia right behind them, Average class number 2.5. Previous to that, they were the number 2 class. So not a coincidence that Alabama and Georgia played for the national championship last year. These two are the most talented teams by far in the SEC. But you look at it, I mean, here's where it gets interesting. LSU is tied for 4th. LSU, Texas A&M are kind of tied for 3rd. All right, Texas A&M's had one good year under Jimbo. The rest have been kind of 8 wins. So while they've averaged about, a top 5 class, they haven't seen any dividends from that quite yet. Now, will they in the next 2 or 3 years? We'll see. But LSU, man, they've been all over the map. National championship all the way down to win 6 games. It depends. Coaching has a lot to do with it.
And development of players has a lot to do with it, Andy.
Florida the same way. Florida number 5. They getting the return on their investment that the classes that they're bringing in. Now Tennessee has moved ahead of Auburn. That's where it's concerning. Auburn averaging a class of 16.5. Tennessee averaging a 15.8 class. Not where you want to be. Not trending. That one is not trending in the right direction. Behind Auburn, Ole Miss at 8, Arkansas at 9, averaging a 24.8 class. Mississippi State at 10, Kentucky. Now Kentucky's getting more for their buck than anybody else in the conference, averaging a class of 27.5, a rank of 27.5. Yet they are, having double-digit win seasons consistently, or at least threatening to win 9-10 games a year. So just another pat on the back for Mark Stoops and the job that he's doing.
Absolutely.
South Carolina at 13, Missouri at 12, or Missouri at 12, South Carolina at 13, and Vandy at 14. So which direction is Auburn going in? This is the plight of Brian Harsin. How is this next recruiting class going to factor into this? Are you going to move back into the top 10? Are you going to start moving that direction? Or are you going to start moving more toward the 20 range? Because if you do, then things aren't going to work out too well.
Well, there's no way you're going to finish ahead of those top 4 just by the numbers. It's not going to happen. We got to jump up ahead of Florida and Tennessee, hopefully, and be in that 5th range. But there again, you mentioned Alabama and Georgia. There's no question as to why they play. But then you look at Kentucky's recruiting classes: 34th, 25th, 33rd, 18th this last year, this next one, and just killing it. So a lot of it is developing players and the culture, and along with who you have on campus. So we will watch with interest.
No doubt. Up against our final break here on the Auburn Blitz. Don't go anywhere. One final segment on this Thursday, right after this.
Folks around these parts have known for a long time that Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280, is your #1 stop for automotive service and repair. At Walls Tire, you'll always find quality service at a fair price on everything from AC, name brand tires, big or small repairs, routine maintenance, towing, and more. When your car or truck needs to run right, there's one place in the area to go, conveniently located and easy to find. Walls Tire, just a mile past the bridge on Highway 280.
Russell Do-It Center and building supply stores have the tools and materials to get the job done right, whether you're a professional contractor or just a weekend do-it-yourselfer. With everyday customer conveniences like a drive-through lumberyard, price match promise, and our Best Rewards program, each of our 9 locations offer top brands and building materials like lumber, hardware, tools, paint, lawn and garden, and much more. Visit today and see what Russell Do-It Center and Building Supply can help you build tomorrow.
EnviroCare is the standard in East Central Alabama for all your pest control and termite needs. EnviroCare exclusively offers Centricon termite colony elimination system that is the industry's most effective termite control to protect your home year-round. The EnviroCare team's service is also the standard for our customers. From eliminating home pests to superior termite control, nobody cares like EnviroCare, serving Lake Martin and East Central Alabama.
Don't be caught in a dirty vehicle. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing will have your vehicle or boat looking like brand new in no time, and you'll be back driving in style. They specialize in detailing, paint correction, gel coat restoration, and ceramic coating. Take it to the professionals at Lake Martin Mobile Detailing. Call them today at 256-794-2328 or stop by and see them at 702 McCarty Road in Dadeville. Mention this ad and receive $10 off. Lake Martin Mobile Detailing for your cleanest vehicles around.
WOTM is the television provider for all Alabama High School Athletic Association championship events and special programs. WOTM is your home for the Super 7 football, state finals basketball, baseball and softball state championships, the AHSAA weekly show, and WOTM also produced the first ever football playoff show, Super 7 preview show, and reclassification reveal show. Your exclusive home for all things AHSAA is WOTM. Contact your local cable provider to request WOTM to your channel lineup.
Need that boost to get you started in the morning or help get you through a long day at the office? Alex City Nutrition is your answer. Alex City Nutrition, located on 2nd Broad Street in downtown Alex City, offers meal replacement shakes, post-workout shakes, extreme rebuild products, and a vast array of loaded teas that offer focus, energy, and build up your immunity and overall health. Want to buy in bulk? We now offer your favorite flavors by the gallon. Come by Alex City Nutrition today or call 256-496-8284 to begin your journey to great health.
The Eric McKinley team at Mortgage Pro in Alexander City is the perfect lender for all your mortgage needs. Property values have increased and interest rates have never been so low. So if you haven't looked at refinancing your house in the last 6 to 12 months, Mortgage Pro is here to help you take advantage of that. Our team is closing loans in 15 days or less, so give us a call at 256-397-0248 and let our team go to work for you today.
Growing your business isn't just one thing, it's a million little things. Should you lease, rent, or own? How fast can you get that part? Does it fit the budget? That's what your local cat dealer is here for. With expert advice, flexible financing, and industry-leading equipment, you can get the job done, day after day. Visit ThompsonCat.com, their compact equipment provider.
Welcome back, everyone, to the final segment of the Auburn Blitz. Andy and David taking you up to 1 o'clock today. Thank you so much for all of you out there sticking with us today. We mentioned the Auburn women's golf team, and they were in Stillwater, Oklahoma this past week. They opened up on Wednesday with a 313, a plus 25 round as a team. Very, very just uncharacteristic, and they really had some difficulty there, and it looked like, but pretty much everybody just kind of left them and said, well, you blew it. It's pretty much over.
Thanks for coming.
You. Thanks for coming. 36 holes to play. They only played 3 rounds, so they made up a 17-shot deficit in just 2 rounds in 36 holes. They went from that plus 25 that they shot the next round a 12 under 276 and just blew past Michigan State and others to advance to the NCAA championships, which will be in Arizona at the Greyhawk Golf Club. And so that's coming up May 20th through the 25th. So that round, 9 shots better than the second best round of the week, which was turned in by Baylor. So that just shows you what this team is actually capable of. I don't know what, maybe they decided to go out and get drunk. I don't know, but that first round, maybe it was the weather. I don't know, but something was not clicking. But they got dialed in.
You know what they did, Annie? They Happy Gilmore the regional.
Maybe so.
I mean, that's what they did. It came from forever back. That had been one of the greatest motivational speeches in all of sports. Auburn's coach, Coach Llewellyn. My goodness, what an incredible.
Congratulations to them. They are going on to the next round, the Auburn women's golf team. Okay, it is May the 12th. On this day, 1955, Sam Toothpick Jones became the first black pitcher to throw a no-hitter. Did it at Wrigley Field, defeating the Pittsburgh Pirates.
I'm assuming Sam was thin.
I would guess, with a name like Toothpick. 1970, another Cub, Ernie Banks, let's place 2. He hit his 500th home run on this day, 1970. In 1979, Chris Everett's 125 match winning streak on clay came to an end. Chrissy Everett, one of the greats.
Were you with us when Chrissy Everett was during her heyday, or was that before your time?
It's a little before my time. I came in at the end. I started paying attention to women's tennis in the into the mid-'80s.
I was enamored.
She was kind of going out.
I was enamored with Miss Everett.
Most were. Most were.
Major crush.
Yeah. Happy birthday today, Katharine Hepburn. Oh, David. 1907, Yogi Berra, one of the greats. Yogi-isms. 1925, he was born. Burt Bacharach.
Hold up.
One of your heroes, right?
Raindrops keep falling on my head. This guy's in love. What the world needs now is love. On and on and on and on. One of the greatest songwriters ever.
Burt Bacharach.
Yes.
Tom Snyder, do you remember Late Night with Tom Snyder?
Yeah.
1936. George Carlin, one of the funny guys of all time. Seven words you can't say on TV, right? 1937, Steve Winwood, another good musician.
Yep.
1948, Gabriel Byrne. The Usual Suspects. No, great movie.
Yep.
Great movie.
All right.
Kix Brooks.
Brooks and Dunn.
1955.
And I don't even like country, but I knew that.
Yeah.
Because Kix is an interesting
and it's K-I-X is his name.
Yeah.
Homer Simpson, born today. That's for you, Luke. 1956. Lou Whitaker, American League Rookie of the Year, 1978. 1957, he was born. Ving Rhames, good actor. Now he does Arby's commercials. We have the meats. 1959, Emilio Estevez, son of Martin Sheen.
Martin Sheen, yeah.
Yeah. Breakfast Club, phenomenal movie. 1962, Stephen Baldwin, one of the lesser Baldwins. He was also with Gabriel Byrne in The Usual Suspects, one of my favorite movies. Tony Hawk, skateboarder.
Greatest guy on wheels there, yeah.
Who, if you would have told me Jim Furyk and Tony Hawk, who's older? There's no way I would have said Tony Hawk is older
not
than
even
Jim
close.
Furyk.
Yeah, crazy.
That is correct, but he was born in 1968, Jim Furyk, born in 1970, along with Mike Weir, who won the Masters the year before Phil Mickelson did. The first left-hander to win the Masters, I believe. Mike Weir, Canadian golfer, 1970. And Jason Biggs from American Pie. No?
I don't know which one he was, but.
He was the one that liked pie.
Okay.
Born on this day, 1978. His career has pretty much gone south since then.
Yes, it has. Yeah.
I don't know what else he's got going on. I think I saw him hosting a game show of some sort.
That's what you do. Yeah, okay.
But nonetheless, he will always be known for that movie. And it's if you're looking for a pretty funny teen movie, that one That one fits the
Revenge of the Nerds is my favorite.
That's a great 80s, great 80s epic there. This one like 1999.
Yeah.
Different
I'm old.
era.
I'm old.
Yeah. Give me Breakfast Club, Weird Science. We got to go. Thank you so much for all of you out there being with us. He's David. I'm Andy. So long for now, everybody. We'll talk again soon.